If you're still using paper checklists, screenshots, or spreadsheets to manage tasks, there is a better way. Let me show you how to turn what you already have into mobile checklists that your team will actually use. I'm Phil Pallen, this is The Modern Boss, and today I'm sharing how I build smarter checklists using the tools that I already have. This is one of the easiest ways to improve team performance, especially for retail, fieldwork, logistics, and food service teams. You don't need to start from scratch. You need a system that fits how your team works. If you've already got a checklist on paper, in PDF, or an Excel file, you're halfway there. The problem isn't what's on it, the problem is how your team interacts with it. Paper gets misplaced, screenshots get skipped, and spreadsheets don't work well on mobile. These formats weren't made for teams who are busy, moving, or on the floor. When your checklist isn't built for real-time use, people miss steps, and you lose visibility into what actually happened. Here's how I fix that. I take the original file, a PDF, Excel sheet, or a photo of a printed checklist, and I upload it to Connecteam using the AI form generator. The AI scans the layout, detects fields like checkboxes, signatures, and notes, and turns it into a clean, mobile-friendly form. You can even edit it right inside the app, assign it by location, role, or shift, and now your checklist lives where your team actually works on their phones. Sometimes I'm creating a checklist from scratch, or I want to make a better version of one that we've outgrown. This is where AI makes my life even easier. Maybe you've got the steps in your head, or jotted down somewhere, but formatting them, structuring them, and making them mobile-friendly takes time that you probably don't have. AI bridges the gap between messy notes and usable, repeatable checklists. Here's how I do it. I might open a tool like ChatGPT and type something like, write a checklist for closing duties at a quick service restaurant. Keep it mobile friendly and use plain language. Once I like the draft, I copy and paste it into Connecteam's AI form builder. This tool turns that text into individual form steps. I can rearrange, rename, or add logic by requiring sign-off at the end. Then I assign it to a role and it's ready to go. The mistake a lot of managers make is assigning tasks to people rather than to roles. That's fine when the team is small, but as soon as people start to rotate, it all falls apart. If Bob's out and Sarah covers the shift, how does she know what to do? And how do you know it gets done? When checklists follow the role, not the person, everyone knows what's expected no matter who's working. In Connecteam, I assign each checklist to a role, like opener, shift lead, or delivery driver. That way the checklist shows up automatically for whoever clocks in under that role. You can also assign based on location, department, or team. That's really easy with Connecteam's Smart Group capability. If someone is covering a shift, they'll see exactly what needs to be done without extra training or reminders. Creating the checklist is step one. Getting your team to use it consistently, that's where most systems break down. If the checklist is optional, it gets skipped. If it's too hard to submit, it's only done halfway or not at all. People complete what's easy. So the goal is making submitting the checklist feel part of the job and not an extra step. Here's how I do it. Inside Connecteam, I attach the checklist to a recurring task or shift. The team gets a notification when they clock in. They tap once to open the checklist, fill it out on their phone, and hit submit. I get notified when it's done or when it's late. It becomes part of the flow, not something they have to remember separately. Once your checklists are running, the real value comes from what they show you. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and opportunities to make them even better. Are certain items getting skipped? Is one location falling behind? Do your new hires always ask questions about a certain step? Those are signs that your checklist needs a tweak. Checklists don't just guide your team, they help you improve your systems if you actually look at the data. In Connecteam, I can view past submissions, see who's completed what, and spot missed steps. For example, if multiple people are skipping the final walkthrough step in your closing checklist, that's a sign it might need extra attention. Maybe the task should be split into smaller, clearer steps, or set as required so it can't be accidentally skipped. That way, you're not just tracking what's being missed, but also you're improving the process in real time. You can also export the results for audits, reviews, or quality checks. It's simple, clean, and built into the tools that I already use. Here's how I build smarter checklists using tools that I already have. Convert your existing files with an AI form builder. Draft new ones with ChatGPT or any other tool and plug them into your team app. Assign checklists to roles, not people. Make completion part of your daily workflow. Get a clear overview of all entries in one place so you can spot what's missing or needs improvement at a glance. Use those insights to update, simplify, or restructure your process over time. It's all digital, so you're not chasing down paper or wondering what got skipped. If your team is still using paper forms or verbal instructions, this is one of the easiest upgrades that you can make. It saves time, reduces mistakes, and builds consistency, especially across rotating teams. I use Connecteam to run my checklist from one place, and it's free for teams up to 10, and there's a 14-day free trial if your team is larger. There's a link in the description if you want to try it, and if this helped, make sure you subscribe to The Modern Boss. We post every single week to help managers lead smarter, not harder. I'm Phil Pallen, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.